And now, CBS4 Sports with Clay Williams.
Hello, Rio Grande Valley High School football fans. CBS4 Sports Director Clay Williams here with my picks for Week 5 of the Valley High School football season. Week 4, it's not one we really want to talk about. 19 games, and I barely finished over 500 with a 10-9 record. Lucky for me, not many games means it didn't really drop my season overall picking lower than about 68% right now. Overall for the season, 71-33 is my record. But let's see if we can improve on that, get back above 70%, heck, even head for 80% with all the games we've got, and there are a lot of them this week, much more than last week in Week 5. And let's start with Thursday's games, and we'll start with Mission at La Jolla. This might as well be called Rivalry Week because there are plenty of rivalries going on, including this old one between Mission and La Jolla. I've got the La Jolla Coyotes winning at home in this one. Edinburgh and Edinburgh Economides at Richard Flores Stadium. The Economides Jaguars are hitting on all cylinders and should win this game after their bye week. PSJA Memorial at PSJ North. PSJ Stadium in Farr. It looks like the Raiders will go to 4-0 and Memorial will go to 0-4 there. How about the Battle of Southmost in Brownsville on Thursday night? This is a great one. Brownsville Porter and Brownsville Lopez. The Lopez Lobos on a 2-game win streak. It says here they will make it 3 with a win over their Southmost neighbors, the Cowboys. And out of the Valley in District 31 5A, it is the Sharyland Rattlers heading to Laredo to take on the Martin Tigers. I've got Sharyland getting a big win there. Those are your Thursday games. Let's head to Friday. And let's start out in Willacy County let's actually start out in Starr County for the Starr County Super Bowl. Rio Grande City and Roma. This one is going to be a tough one. It's going to be a slobber knocker, as I've heard before, but it's going to be Roma who comes out with the home win over the Rattlers in this one. McAllen Rowe travels to La Jolla to take on the Juarez-Lincoln Huskies. The Rowe Warriors are on a roll. They are unbeaten on the season, and I believe they will stay that way with a win. Laredo-Nixon travels to Mission to take on Pioneers Diamondbacks. Pioneer looking good. I picked them before the season started to win this district, and I've got them beating Nixon in this game. Should be a good one. Mission Veterans, however, is heading out of the Valley. They will head to Laredo, and they will take on Figueroa, the Toros. Patriots looking good after that win out over Roma last week. I've got them staying unbeaten in their district with a win in Laredo. La Jolla Palmview travels to Memorial Stadium in McAllen to take on McAllen Memorial. Mustangs with a huge come-from-behind victory last week against Los Fresnos, and I've got them keeping the momentum going. Mustangs get the win at home. Edinburgh North, Edinburgh Vella, another rivalry game. This one, a huge one at Flores Stadium. We've got Edinburgh teams and PSJA teams playing each other on back-to-back nights at their stadiums. It will be Edinburgh Vella who comes out with the win, keeping Edinburgh North winless on the year. Meanwhile, in Farr at Little Oratory High School, the Oratory Ocelots taking on Santa Maria. I've got the Cougars going on the road for a win there. Staying in Farr, and once again, like we said, back-to-back nights, PSJA Southwest. This one, a huge game in District 31 6A. Both of these teams are 2-1 in their pre-district schedule. I've got the Bears coming out on top of the Javelinas. You want to talk rivalry games? How about Tinaco Bowl 5? Weslaco East. The Wildcats are the home team here. Weslaco went on the road to get big wins at San Antonio Marshall and then a big win at home over Mercedes. Weslaco East coming off of a loss and a bye week. I've got the Panthers coming up with a win. If Weslaco East wasn't able to stop Economides' offense, and Economides' offense is exactly the same as Weslaco's, then how will they stop the Panthers? I've got the Panthers coming up with the win there. Donna North taking on Ed Couch Elsa at Benny Layton Stadium. I've got the Yellow Jackets coming up with the win in District 32 6A. Rockport Fulton comes down from the Coastal Bend to Bill Pate Stadium in Hidalgo to take on the Pirates, but I've got Rockport Fulton's Pirates getting the win in this one. Monte Alto traveling up to Brush Country to take on Benavides. this, I've got the Blue Devils coming up with their second big win of the year in that one. Donna traveling to Mercedes. Redskins and Tigers, two teams both in search of wins. I've got the Mercedes Tigers winning at home in that one. Lyford comes down to take on La Villa at Cardinal Stadium. I've got the Bulldogs rebounding from last week's loss to get the big win there. La Feria travels to Santa Rosa in the Battle of FM 506. La Feria coming off of their loss to Port Isabel. Santa Rosa looks good, but La Feria is just a little too tough in that 4A classification. I've got the Lions rebounding with a win. Kingsville King coming down to take on Raymondville at Burnett Stadium. The Bearcats still looking for their first win. Says here they will keep looking as the King Brahmas come away with a win. Here it is, Bird Bowl 24. It is Harlingen and Harlingen South, a big one. Harlingen South coming into this game undefeated. Harlingen still looking for a big win streak after losing 2 in a row. But it says here, the Cardinals and their defense will be enough to stop the Hawks, and the Cardinals will come away with a win. The town will be painted red and not green after this Bird Bowl. Harlingen Marine Military Academy heads up to the Coastal Bend. They take on the Seahawks of Riviera Calfer. I've got Calfer coming away with a win there. La Gruya, after their big win over Raymondville, coming away, and they will travel to Rio Hondo. La Gruya coming off of their win at Lyford, playing at Rio Hondo. The Gators will come up against that Rio Hondo defense, and I've got the Bobcats coming away with a win between two of the Valley's best 4A teams. San Benito at Los Fresnos. The Greyhounds still unbeaten on the year. Los Fresnos coming off of their first loss. Says here that the Greyhounds will keep things rolling and get a big win at Leo Aguilar Stadium. Let's travel down to Brownsville. Port Isabel taking on St. Joseph in a battle of two 4-0 teams. Port Isabel's defense came up big against La Feria last week. St. Joseph, their offense just too strong, though, I believe. And I believe St. Joseph will win this one in what is sure to be a high-scoring game. It will be Brownsville Veterans taking on Brownsville Pace at Sam Stadium. That in a 32 5A matchup. I've got the Veterans Chargers coming away with a win there. And only one game on Saturday to talk about. That is Brownsville Rivera taking on Brownsville Hanna once again at Sam Stadium. And I've got the Golden Eagles of Hanna coming away with a win over the Raiders there. Those are my picks for Week 5 of the Valley High School football season. We'll see you right back here next week.